Okay, we are going to be going over number 10 from 2013 paper 1. So we are going to start with 10a. It says express f of x in the form a plus b over x plus 2. So we are just going to do synthetic division. So we have 2 and 2, negative 1. Bring the 2 down, multiply 2 times negative 2 is 4 equals negative 5. So this is remainder, so a equals 2 and b equals negative 5, giving us f of x equals 2 plus negative 5 over x plus 2. Now we're going to move on to b, where it says show that f prime of x is greater than 0 on d with reasoning. So we are going to take the derivative of f of x. So high d low minus low d high over low low. So that's 2x minus 1 times 1 minus x plus 2 times 2 all over x plus 2 squared. So we simplify that down to 2x minus 1 minus 2x minus 4 all over x plus 2 squared. And that simplifies down to negative 5 over x plus 2 squared, showing that f prime of x is greater than 0. Next, we're going to move on to C, where it says state the range of f with reasoning. So here you can just plug the function into your calculator and see it, or you can just look at the equation and see that it is equal to all real numbers, but x cannot equal 2 because negative 2, because where x equals negative 2, it is undefined. And moving on to part D, it says determine an expression for the inverse of x. So there you just substitute or switch out x and y. So the inverse would look like x equals 2y minus 1 over y plus 2. And then you just go to simplify to get y equals, so x times 2 minus y equals 2y plus 1, 2x minus xy equals 1 minus 2x, and you get to, oh yeah, I'm sorry, that's not right. It would be 2x minus xy minus 2y equals 1, and that simplifies to negative xy minus 2y equals 1 minus 2x, because you want to put the y's on the same side. Take out the y, set it equal, then we end up with y equals 1 minus 2x over negative x minus 2. So here is your inverse function. Also substitute for f negative 1 of x equals, write it in the form that they were giving you. So this is D1, and then we'll move on to D2 and 3. Here you have to sketch it on the same axis, so we can just do that in 1. So you can just plug it into your calculator and see that the graph would look like this, with an intersection of -1/2, and like this, with an intersection of 1/2 going down to 3 and 8, 3 and 8. Then we're going to move on to E1. And now we are going to graph y equals f of the absolute value of x. So that is just the equation f of x equals 2x minus 1 over x plus 2. And that graph would look like this after you plug it into your calculator. You can see that it looks like that. So that's E1. And then the final part of our problem here says find all solutions of the equation f of the absolute value of x equals -1/4. So here we'll just set it equal absolute value of 2x minus 1 all over x plus 2 equals -1/4. So we got -1/4 times x plus 2 equals 2x minus 1. -1/4 x minus 2 equals 2x minus 1. Or I'm sorry, this is -1/2. So you distribute, and then from there you go 2x minus x over 4 equals -1/2 plus 1, so it's 1/2. This equals 1.75x equals 0.5, thus equaling x equals 2/7 for f of the absolute value of x equaling -1/4. So that is question 10. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you next time.